All right, so this is basically a strategy that I put together a while ago, but now we actually have the resources to do so. Um, basically, these links right here come from our website, and this right here, this line domains basically shows like how many people, basically like how many people or how many backlinks from from a domain level are pointing to our site. Then you have your total backlinks, how the backlinks are essentially formed, whether or not it's a backlink text, whether or not it's no follow. Um, it's better if they are follow, but for the most part, we can't control all of that. But each one of these pages has a specific amount of keywords, right? And some obviously, although they have keywords, don't necessarily generate traffic. So what we're going to do is it's called equity jacking or equity hijacking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use ChatGPT or a similar program to basically create content that is relative to each one of these pages in a way, right? So I kind of already did the main part, which is we fed it inside ChatGPT, and then we basically came out with a ultimate guide based on the content that we created back in the day. Now, a lot of this content does generate a ton of traffic, but now the main objective example is to redirect the traffic that came from this old domain or our flagship domain that has a lot of content. This would be redirected to a brand new page that we create on the MFG SEO site. Now, it would be considered a page and not necessarily a post. So, for example, it could be a page. It doesn't have to be similar to this, but it could be in a similar outline, or it could just be a whole new outline altogether. Who knows? But it's not a post, it's not a blog post. It's really more of a redirect kind of concept. And the way that the concept of link equity works is that I'm essentially going to repurpose the value of all these blogs and simultaneously point it to a relative website, which is the MFG SEO website, um, all within the same context of Instagram. So what I did here, right? So here's two ways to do this. You could either take this whole entire list, right? And then say, hey, I want you to look at the back of the URL only. And then I want you to tell me um, how to repurpose all this content, right? That's one way. The second way, which is I already did the first way, so I'm going to see what it gives me based on the second way. So then, for example, I could take this, the whole entire thing, and then say, go back to where I was originally writing and say, based on all these data points, I want to recreate the same ultimate guideline, but I want you to consider the order in which the content is outlined based on the other data points that are extremely relevant. Then I want you to think about two different outlines and only present one. So I'm going to change this to 3. Here is the outline. And remember to, let's give them the outline. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what it comes up with. The master guide on Instagram marketing, strategy, engagement, and ROI. So it definitely says perfect. So the reason why I asked it for context or to consider all the data points is based on um, kind of like the keywords and the backlinks. So, for example, if we repurpose this and this is the first page that people fall on, that might trigger them to stay and continue to read the page itself, which is basically what we want, right? We want them to kind of look at that page and then say, hey, I was looking for this. And when they actually land on the page, that's what they get, that's what they receive. So that's the idea behind that.